Head of ESG and Impact at Open Space Ventures. Virginia Tan, Founding Partners at Tija Ventures. And Tifu, AVP in Impact Investing at Temasek. So the session will last about 90 minutes, with each of startup a total 10 minutes. You'll be giving 10 minutes, 5 minutes to pitch, and followed by 5 minutes Q&A. With that, our judges would then decide on the 2 winners at the end of the session. And please make sure that you stick around and until end of our session. So allow me to introduce 5 startups that will be pitching today. Hasu from Vietnam, Egret from Indonesia, Profine Thailand, ACAD Asia, Singapore, Perfect Solution Research from Thailand. So without further delay, let's invite Hasu from Vietnam. You may start the presentation, and we'll be counting 5 minutes. We'll be counting from the moment that you start.
Okay. Okay, so do you see the screen now? Hello? Can you hear me well?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, yes.
Hi, everyone. I'm here today to tell you about Hasu. Hasu is a story of our young people wishing to provide useful service to the elderly. Have you ever wondered what the elderly are scared of? They're scared of loneliness, illness, poverty, becoming useless, being forgotten, and death. 1 billion elderly people worldwide are having such problems, and these problems has multiplied since the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic. We can help buy them food, presents, and medicine, but it's not enough. I have traveled to and learned from over 10 countries in the world and realized that the elderly people everywhere share the same desire to be physical and mentally healthy. And this is the reason why Hasu was established. It's a comprehensive care application serving the elderly people's needs with our sole missions, improving the quality of life for the elderly. 1 billion elderly people might have those needs, and the figure will be 2 million in the next 30 years. This is a very large market, which is still open and will be a great opportunity for startups like us and investors to join. It will have a broader and more humane impact. And in Vietnam, we have 18 million elderly people, of whom 5 million will be our potential users. And it is estimated that the market value will be $300 million a year. And there are some 100,000 service and product providers related to our older clients. They are doing the business separately without market sharings and connections. So, in order to solve the problems, Hasu currently focuses on 4 groups of solutions: health advice and physical trainings, learning, entertainment, social and family network, which have increased the connections and understanding among family members and the society. All of those needs of the elderly can be met right at their home using Hasu. The application is very useful in the current context when Vietnam and other Southeast Asian countries are facing serious wave of COVID-19 pandemic. As we launch into the market, we have the first mover advantage, which leaves lots of space for us to exploit and a whole market to dominate. Hasu is designed, suitable, and friendly to older people. And Hasu is an ecosystem itself. It's not a single tool applications, but it's like a platform which can combine with other solutions to create more data of the elderly, helping us understand the user deeper. And overall, it creates an ecosystem benefiting all the stakeholders and the community. Hasu currently has two main revenue streams: paid monthly, quarterly, yearly subscriptions from users, and advertising paid by companies. And in later stage, we will apply e-commerce model to increase potential revenue. Different to all other business models, Hasu obtains revenues and brings benefit to all stakeholders, including clients, advertisers, service and product providers. Since the app was launched in May 2020, we have got some very strategic partners, including the United Nations programs, associations of the elderly. And Hasu has established 26 distribution centers and achieved 12,000 plus users, of whom more than 2,000 people pay for the premium version. Starting off our business, serving older people, Hasu believes that its impact will not only have on the elderly, but also their family members, service providers, and the community at large. We hope that with the support and commitments from domestic and foreign investors, we will complete the international version of Hasu so that we can fulfill our missions, improving the quality of life of older people globally and support 20 million elderly people in the next 5 years. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Hasu. So now into Q&A session, we would like to invite our judges, Q&A.
Sure. Hi, is it Tai?
Yes.
Sorry, okay. A quick question from me. I wanted to ask you, what is your sort of acquisition strategy, right? Because we know that, mobile penetration for seniors is actually lower compared to Gen Z, but obviously the growth of penetration is picking up. So, when I look at a lot of your services, there's entertainment, which I found quite interesting, content. So how are you going to attract or drive traffic? And what is really your user acquisition strategy for this? Is it an online, offline strategy, or is it just pure traffic strategy?
Basically, when we start with the business, our first strategy that we came up last year was to organize with the largest organizations. For example, we actually cooperate with the largest associations. For example, in Vietnam, we have the associations for the elderly, and they have 20 million elderly people within their networks. So we actually have around 6,000 elderly people who are from the association participating in our ecosystem. And then we start to cooperate with other organizations. For example, Egret International, they have 87 franchise all around the world. And by participating with our partners, we already acquire a numbers of customers. However, this year, because of the COVID situations, so it is a little bit tough to do offline and come straight to the spot. So we changed the strategy to acquire from the families, elderly families. So now we currently we have 84% elderly people buying for themselves. But now we started to have the first, the first portions of the families buying for the parents. So that is a very great signal that we have, because young people like us really care about the family. So we buy the subscriptions and we join in the we join together in the game. And for example, me coming back to the house and show my parents how to use the app, and it is very great. And we believe that following those strategy, it will bring a very positive impact, not only on the older adults but also on the families angle.
Thank you. Tifu, did you want to go first?
Oh, sorry, thanks. Can you talk quickly about kind of, the learnings from user experience so far, right? So what are the functions that are particularly popular, and what have been bottlenecks or challenges in terms of usability?
Sorry, your voice is a little bit close, so I will So your question is that what is the elderly like the most within our app, right?
Yeah. So your learnings from the user experience. Yeah.
Yes. A very funny thing is that before COVID, like right before COVID, because we start a little bit like before COVID, people really care about learning part. But right after COVID, like all the behavior shift to exercise. So elderly people now, they want to exercise every single day through the apps. And with, like a short exercise, for example, like 15 minutes a day, they can improve how they breathe. The lungs get better, and the body and the body functions getting better, and they saw they already like have seen the improvement, so they like to exercise on the app the most. Is that enough for for your questions?
Yeah, no, that's helpful. We only have less than 1 minute, so just
Okay.
Yeah, no, I had a similar question actually on how you make this more than a marketplace of goods and services for elderly, right? And I guess my question was around the archetypes of elderly that you see, because one of the issues that I run into with a lot of aging apps is that they assume that old people or the needs of old people are homogenous. So I was just wondering if you've categorized your users into different buckets, and if your strategy for engaging them is different.
Yes, we actually we actually came out with a lot of testing, because like we test with the buckets, so we calculate.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you. Time's up. So thank you, Hasu. So next, we would like to welcome Egret. Egret, get ready. So the moment that you start, I will start counting.
Sorry, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ariati. I'm a founder and CEO of Egret.id. Egret is developing an app that helps science, technology, engineering, and mathematics students find their dream career by providing materials to narrow their skill set gap, giving recommendation of online training, and offering job interview. Our key drivers are some existing curriculum are out of date in Indonesia, some lecturer cannot teach well, and insufficient good facilities for STEM higher education in Indonesia. First, Egret built digital learning and certification platform, since we have already generated revenue from the online events. Then next year, we will launch human resources curator platform. About Egret products, on the left, we have online live training and recorded online training modules, also online course program, online certification, and online assessment. On the right side, we have online recruitment and HR curation services, also online skill and competence screening. Last but not least, community-based learning and job hunting. There are around 29 million productive population in Indonesia, with 10 million from them enrolled for university. Egret start from engineering students, with total to 2.7 million students, with the value of 120 million US dollar a year, and the market still growing. Egret considered LinkedIn, TechBridge, Market, and Caliber as competitor in HR curator platform. Meanwhile, Udemy, Ruang Guru, Zenius, and Academy as competitors in online training providers. Okay, sorry. We use digital marketing, paid promote, refer program, and community collaboration as our go-to-market strategy. And next year, we will start with volunteering program and SEO. We already have revenue from online live training, recorded online training modules, and certification. Our traction is not big enough right now, but we have strategies to increase significantly the traction in short time by currently developing collaboration with e-learning and HR platform in Indonesia. Egret's value proposition is combining all the segregated and specialized materials that already exist in the market in Indonesia, so the user experience is simple and powerful. In only 40 months, we have successfully held 100 online events with 34 educators that give us more than 5,000 participants, with 35% are women and 60% from rural area in Java or from outside Java Island. We will pursue to increase gender diversity and more access opportunity from them who are less fortunate in education. Egret team are expert with deep local knowledge of people. 3 founders have civil engineering educational background, and this will be the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Egret. So can we have judges question? Maybe we can start from Jacqueline.
Thanks. Thanks so much for the presentation. One of my questions is that the unique thing about eGrad is you have both kind of the vocational component as well as the educational component. And I was wondering how you're thinking about leveraging these to improve your product.
How to leverage educational program?
Yeah. I guess how you're thinking about leveraging the data that you're getting from the vocational component to improve your educational product and vice versa.
First of all, we have highly qualified educators that not only have high knowledge, but also willingness to mentoring the Egret members. So Egret not only give knowledge and skill, but also give how to make a good mindset and attitude to become a successful professional.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Tifu or Virginia? You have any
sure.
question?
I think my question is, it's a very interesting proposition, but at the same time, there's a lot of competition too, right? And especially the educational component, it can be really locationless. So how do you see your competitive advantage in this kind of crowded market?
Okay, I think Egret competitive advantage is because we are focusing in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, which in Indonesia that need to build more infrastructure around the nation, and the quality to enter the STEM university is very high and also very expensive. And I think Egret educational platform will be affordable and make everybody have access to STEM modules. As I may explain that we collaborate with visa.ie, who teach about artificial intelligence, and they don't only receive technology people. You know, when in senior high school we have exacta and social major, and visa.ie not only take a student from exacta field, social student can learn there. Also, they also can learn about artificial intelligence, no matter what the background of their senior education.
Budi, I'd like to know a bit more about your team, actually.
Oh, my team. Okay. I will share the screen. Oh, so sorry about the.
It's okay. Don't worry about the screen. Don't worry about the screen. And
yes.
yeah, maybe you can tell us more about the team and also how you guys work together.
Okay, Egret have 3 founders, and we as a three C-level person, and the 3 founders have civil engineering background education, and I also get a finance postgraduate study, and Mr. Harnedi Maizid get the PhD in Malaysia. Now he is a lecturer in Riau, Sumatra Island, Sekolah Tinggi Teknologi Pekanbaru, Riau. And Adriansyah is now as a founder and CEO ASEAN, a fintech startup. Here with me also Arya Pramudia, Chief Operational Officer that have big background in design, and our CTO Reza Mahardika have background in apps developer, and he also have experience as instructor in one of online academy in Indonesia, Baba Studio.
What is your biggest challenge?
In Egret?
Yes.
I think right now the biggest challenge is to make the HR curator platform, because we study that in engineering field, the company who hire engineer have they have in one industry such as oil and gas, they have a different required skill in each position.
Thank you, Boo. Thank you, Boo. Okay, so thank you, Egret. Next, moving along, let's have profile.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. Hello all, this is Gautham, and I'm PhD student at IIT Thailand. I am currently developing a tool, an insurtech platform for farmers whose farms are affected by the flood and the drought. And I would be providing damage assessment estimate to the crop insurance companies so that they can monitor, assess, and do the underwriting, risk underwriting using satellite imagery and machine learning. So if we consider the South and Southeast Asia market, every year like about 25,000 farmers who are affected by mainly natural disaster. Like if I consider India, there is a drought, and if we consider Southeast Asia, flood is the very common. So they are not able to get their claim and the compensation back on the time. Like sometime it may take about 2 years, and they don't have any money to earn their livelihood. So there is a reason behind this, because flood and drought, the frequency of these natural disasters is increasing due to climate change, and it occurs in a very large area. So it is really hard to go on the field and collect how much damage has been occurred to the farms who are affected by natural disasters, and it's quite labor intensive and quite slow. So that's why it is taking so much time. So we are solving this problem using satellite technology and machine learning and artificial intelligence algorithms. By combining these two, we are providing a fast, accurate, and reliable damage estimate to the government and crop insurance providers so that they can settle their compensation. I would like to let you know that like we are reducing the claim and compensation time, which is currently 2 years. Like some farmers are getting after 2 years. So we are reducing it from 2 years to 2 weeks. Because we have some satellite, we are regularly observing our Earth. So what we are doing, like we are collecting satellite data. It can be collected for any geography and anywhere, and specifically we are using radar remote sensing data. So it can even capture it during cloudy condition also. Like Thailand, we always have the cloud. So we are using radar data which can penetrate through the cloud and can give you estimate of how much damage has been occurred, what was the health of the crop before and after disaster. So that will give you estimate. We are automatizing whole process using machine learning algorithms. And we have a mobile app which will provide you the climate and disease risk alert. And we are also using mobile app as to collect the ground data, because to run our algorithm, we need lots of ground truth data. So we are asking farmer to click the picture of the farm. That will help us to improve our analytics. So this is the tool that we have developed, and we have tested it into the number of paddy and sugarcane farms in the India, so in Thailand, in Northeast Thailand. We are not charging anything to the farmer. We are charging area-based fees from the insurance provider and to the government, and we are just asking farmer to provide a picture of the farm, so that will help us to improve our analytics and machine learning algorithms. So we are not charging anything. So only area-based fees would be there. So if we consider our market, like about 95% of the assets, like it includes everything. So they are still uninsured against the natural disaster like flood and the drought and landslide. So as we are covering Southeast Asia market, about 80 million hectares of the land is highly vulnerable to natural disasters, because the frequency of natural disasters like tsunami or flood is increasing day by day. So we have huge market opportunity, and our total available market is also very high. Currently, we're focusing on Thailand, Vietnam, and Indonesia only, like majorly in Southeast Asia. So if we consider the competition, we have very strong background in the technology sector, but we are lacking in terms of microfinance and the credit system. And we have very good scope in South and Southeast Asia, because these technology already tested into different parts of the area, but not tested into the South and Southeast Asia. And also we are using radar data. In other areas, they have used other kind of optical data set which will not work during cloudy conditions. We are asking $500,000 to test our algorithm and to integrate number of IoT sensors and the blockchain into the future, and to expand our businesses into other countries. And our break-even point is for the 2 year, and we are planning to get our revenues back in next 2 years. So currently we are developing, as this is the part of my PhD research work, so I already developed the MVP for flood and the drought, and we are currently testing our algorithm into different geographies. This is our team. Our team is having backed by technical experts from University of Tokyo, and also we have in our team Bill and Asinara, who is working on the technological background. And I have been doing PhD and in this field since last 10 years. We are also solving number of SDG goals which will related to climate change and the food security. We already received a great support from the VC firms and great support. So this is our. Thank you so much. Hello.
Hi, yes.
Hi,
You didn't use up all your 5 minutes.
Fast.
Clearly. Yeah, thank you. It was very interesting. I'm curious, what is the offtake of crop insurance in the markets you target?
Sorry, madam. Can you repeat?
Sorry, what is the offtake for crop insurance in these markets? How many farmers actually take up crop insurance?
So like if we consider it Thailand or like in South and Southeast Asian countries, government have the rule. Like government have so many schemes which are providing support to the farmers, and almost 80% of the smallholder farmers, like I'm considering a smallholder farmers, have the support of government in terms of crop insurance. And from that 80%, about 25% is the contract farming, like Nestle, PepsiCo. So they have their contract farms. So they are supporting them in terms of crop insurance.
Interesting.
So we already served the Nestle and PepsiCo. We tested our algorithm into the sugarcane farms and paddy rice fields in Thailand.
I had a question actually. In terms of the types of loss ratios or margins in this space, and question on whether the pie is large enough for insurers to want to pay for this solution, because you're not currently charging the farmers, right?
Yeah, we are not charging anything to the farmer, but we are charging a very small, because crop insurance and government also paying human resources who are going onto the field and collecting the damage and loss database, which is very high. But similar service we are providing using satellite data, which is quite cheap, and all the satellite data is free of cost. We are providing analytic solution, like we have algorithm which can accurately estimate how much depth was there of the flood, how much duration was there on the flood, what was the crop health before and after flooding. So overall, we will provide a monetary index which will give you an idea about, like, you can say how much damage has been occurred. So we have a monetary based index based monetary estimation. So which would, like, there is very less human intervention, so it is a remote solution, so very less chances of malpractices also. Like in India and in the Southeast Asian countries, so many malpractices are there, like false estimate of damage has been occurred to get more claim back. So we are making it more transparent using satellite database.
And the cost you're saying is comparable to what they would currently pay already?
We are asking less than 80%, like 20% of current cost that they are putting, because we have freely available satellite data which are observing Earth on daily basis or on every weekly basis, which is freely. So we're just providing analytic solutions. So the cost has been reduced to 20% to the actual current cost.
And is your assessment also that this will increase the, I guess, appetite of insurers to increase their coverage of crop insurance?
Exactly. So what we have, like in this solution, you have the historical data of last 20 years, because satellite are there since last 20 years. So that you have historical profile of flood event or the crop health for last 20 years. So farm insurance companies know the idea, or like they have idea, like for particular crop, what is the probability of happening flood or the drought, and what would be the health of the crop. So it will increase the adaptability, or like more user friendliness for the farmers, for the insurance companies. Sorry.
I still don't really understand the business model, to be very honest with you. I'm not quite sure how the economics would work at all, but like, maybe you can elaborate a little bit more about the business model. Thanks.
Yeah. So what we are doing, like, we are not asking anything to the farmer, but we are charging an area with space, like for 1 hectare, for 100 hectare of the area, we are charging $100. So hectare, like, if to the insurance companies and the government, because these insurance companies have their human resource who are going onto the field to collect the database. And for example, if you have like 100,000 square meter of the area, so we are.
So quick question. So that means that, okay, but wouldn't that mean that they would only care about looking at the area only if the area was insured to begin with? If the area is uninsured to begin with, then why would they even go around collecting data?
Yes, exactly. So in the areas where we have the flood and drought, so that area is only considered. And the frequency of these disasters is increasing. So these kind of vulnerable areas increasing day by day.
So can I ask, right, what is the incentive of the insurance providers to even look at these things unless these farmers are insured, which I assume the majority are not? Is this because there's some government compensation, or because there's no private? I mean, unless you're telling me that these farmers are already insured in some way, what is the incentive for the insurer to actually do this?
Yeah, actually the process of getting crop insurance is lengthy and very complex. So farmer don't have technical or like legal background how to get the crop insurance. So that's why there is a gap between.
Profile, thank you very much. We have to stop you, unfortunately.
Thank you.
So thank you. Great presentation. Thank you, judges. Next, we would like to invite ACAD Asia from Singapore.
Yeah. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Hi. My name is Nilesh, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of ACAD Asia, a mission-driven edtech business that aims to empower educators everywhere. There are more than 95 million teachers worldwide, and 60% of them believe that they do not have access to localized, relevant, and affordable upskilling programs needed to design courses for the 21st century learners. Moreover, an additional 69 million trained teachers are needed to achieve the UN's goal of universal education. But based on the recent trends, teacher salaries have been decreasing exponentially, and as such, the need for trained teachers is going up and not down. So we designed Freeju, the global community of educators that is trusted by more than 100,000 teachers globally. Through Freeju SkillEd, teachers can earn stackable credentials on a blockchain through professional development programs designed by global experts, which lead to better employment and income opportunities for them. Through Freeju Design Ed, they get access to simple digital tools which enable them to create engaging blended and hybrid lessons for the 21st century learners. And using Freeju Collab Ed, a social networking platform, they can learn from each other, share ideas and lesson plans, collaborate on research projects, etc. The teachers love us because we are an extremely secure, teacher-friendly platform with offerings in English, Bahasa Indonesia, Hindi, Vietnamese, and other Asian languages. We have localized payment options which allow teachers to make payments by cash, even if they don't have credit cards, and we can collaborate with anyone wishing to access our extremely vibrant global community. There are more than 95 million public school teachers globally, with 54% of them in Asia. Our target is to acquire 5 million teachers in the next 5 to 6 years. And over the last 1 year, we have acquired more than 100,000 users from 36 countries, and our current freemium to premium conversion rate stands at a very healthy 16%. With more than 10,000 positive video testimonials, our impact is clearly demonstrated. Our current customers include government departments, private and public schools, financial institutions, and we have 2 large signed contracts, which will help us generate a substantial income. Our business model includes B2G, B2B, and B2C markets and is proving to be extremely sustainable and scalable because we monetize in a wide variety of ways, always making sure that teachers find it affordable and beneficial. Since one of the big problems faced by teachers is declining income, our technology roadmap includes 2 specific features which will further empower educators everywhere by giving them an opportunity to earn through Freeju as well. This includes a marketplace where teachers will be able to buy and sell teaching resources, and offering teaching as a service where teachers can teach anyone from anywhere and earn an additional income for themselves. Our funnel is straightforward. We generate leads from various channels and are currently converting 16.5% of these leads into paid memberships. Further upselling opportunities will be available to us once we launch the future updates to Freeju. All of this ensures that we monetize in several ways, thus making our business very sticky, scalable, and extremely sustainable. We have already onboarded half of our 2021 teacher onboarding targets, and with Freeju version 2 just around the corner, we are confident of achieving the revenue target by the end of the year as well. Considering we empower educators, the social impact of our business is immense. Not only can we help teachers improve the quality of their lesson, but can also create new job and income opportunities for them. Collectively, we believe we have the best team with decades of experience needed to empower educators everywhere. There are 3 co-founders, including me, and none of us are first-time co-founders. In addition to this, our Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Bartels, and I have left our tenured positions at Northwestern State University in the US and Singapore Polytechnic, respectively, to be a part of ACAD Asia. And my co-founder, Jaime Santos, leads one of the premier business schools in the Philippines. In addition to this, we're supported by several technology, academic, and acceleration partners who all believe that our mission of empowering educators everywhere is extremely important. In the last year, our user base has grown by 40 times, which firmly validates our assumption that teachers need to be upskilled on a war footing. Now, as part of our seed round, we are looking to raise $1 million to further grow into new markets and build new product that will help us further empower educators everywhere. To conclude, teacher training that is relevant, affordable, and accessible is desperately needed for how do we prepare our children for the future if we relegate our teachers to the past. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so judges.
Hi, Nilesh. Thank you for that. I wanted to know a little bit more about teaching as a service. Very familiar with the models like that in China. Can you share with me a little bit more about the business model, how that works, and sort of where you're getting all this teacher signups for? Because you said you've onboarded 100K teachers already. I want to understand why they are coming onto your platform, and what does the TAS actually mean?
Sure. So why are they coming onto the platform? Primarily because I think over the last couple of years with the pandemic, it has been pretty clear that teachers need to transform themselves. I mean, we are talking about digital transformation for all industries. We are basically talking about digital transformation of teachers, because the way you teach to the digital natives has to be different. I mean, a majority of the teachers have still been using chalk and talk. So even when you start looking at online, teaching, a majority of the teachers are still using Zoom to deliver lessons, which is not healthy and it doesn't work. The engagement levels are extremely low. So there are other ways to actually teach, which include teachers understanding how to build, develop pedagogical skill sets for themselves, technical skill sets for themselves, and of course, lifestyle skills, because if you want to teach about the future of work, you need to understand what you need to build. So that's one. In terms of the teaching as a service component is concerned, what we are looking to do, so we are exploring this option at the moment, and that's why we're raising capital to build that part of the business. But the whole idea behind that is simple. There are many teaching platforms in Asia. You have Ruangguru in Indonesia, you've got Byju's in India. They're all very aggressively onboarding students. But there is a severe lack of certified teachers. They all have this one single bottleneck, which is, where do I find teachers who are qualified? And we are certifying teachers, we are training them. That's our core business. So our whole idea is, I could basically get a teacher from Singapore to teach mathematics in Indonesia, Philippines, or India. And similarly, I could get an English teacher from Philippines to teach across these platforms in other countries as well.
So basically, when the teachers actually go to your platform, there's these 100K teachers that you've onboarded. This is just really for the marketplace. So is it free? Do they pay a fee? Is it like per certification? Like, what are they? I still don't really understand. What are they actually going onto your platform for?
Yeah.
Is it for free materials, interaction? Like, what is it?
So there is a freemium model and there's a premium model. So majority of the teachers sign up for the freemium model, and as part of that, they get about 10 or 20 courses free. But a lot of them convert to premium. So like I said, our current conversion rate is about 16%. So they come on board primarily because there is a lot of other material that is available in the premium, on the premium marketplace, which they want to access and get certified. Because with that certification, in Philippines, for example, if you don't have a certain number of CPD units, we call it competency professional development units. If you don't have certain CPD units accumulated every year, you can't even renew your teaching license. So they have to do it. It's a necessary requirement. Now, if you were to do this face to face, it's very expensive. Teachers don't have that kind of money. I mean, if we were to run a face to face workshop, each teacher will end up paying about $80 to $100 easy, because you're paying for the venue and you're paying for other things as well. And that only lasts for 3 days. With us, we charge on a premium model. We charge $20 a year. They get access to all the content on the platform. It's up to them. They take their own time, because we understand that they are busy. So they can take their own time throughout the year to learn whatever they want, get certified, apply for the teaching license, or even get bonuses, and move further up in their careers.
So how come your platform has the authority to certify, and what are the other platforms that also have the kind of ability to do so? And how do you ensure, I guess, the people actually fulfill the entire program and they're properly certified?
Yeah. So basically, we have a couple of pathways built into the program for teachers, and the main differentiation factor with most of the other platforms and us is we are only focused on teachers. I am not looking at teaching students or history or math or engineering or anything. We are just focused on education. And also we are now partnering with a wide range of other university partners. So like in Singapore, we partner with Julia Gabriel Education, who've developed early childhood training courses. And that is an academic certification. In the Philippines, we are already accredited with PRC, which is the governing body, which allows us to certify teachers to help them renew their license. And we are now working at getting that same certification in the other countries as well.
Right on time. Thank you, ACAD Asia.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
Next, we would like to invite Perfect Solution Research, our last startup.
Okay, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. I'm sharing my screen now. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. 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 Hello, everyone. Today, I would like to present you a personalized healthcare on demand product. It's called Vilala. Here is our team. I am Dr. Pong Cho. I have genetic background and biomedical engineering for almost 20 years. And I have passion about how can we utilize the DNA data to perfect our health body. So that's why I start this team and the product called Vilala. So Vilala is the first personalized healthcare service that located in Thailand. The problem that we originally found in the past is every time when we have some kind of unknown symptom, we usually go to visit a doctor. And most of the time, the doctor usually asks to run some tests. And it's very expensive in Thailand. And sometimes it's still not clear about the cause of those illness. That's why we try to look for more solution. So we try to pinpoint down into the DNA sequence. How can we get the answer from that? So we introduce the service that we already know that we use the human genome sequencing technique. But the advantage of our service is we can reduce the price that everyone can afford. The lowest cost that we can do is just only $1 per disease. And you can do it at home by do the barcode swab on your cheek and send those samples to our lab. And we will analyze your DNA. The number of results is more than 600 results. And here is the milestone of our service. Originally in 2016, we provide this human genome sequencing service to many medical school and research units. And in 2018, we expand our service for B2B and B2C. And 2021, this year, we introduced an application for B2C to use more easier. Before we go further, I would like to show you this graph and numbers. I would like to show you the market size and the growth of the healthcare industry, especially in wellness industry. It's usually growth every year around 6%. And the business model that we are currently doing is we collaborate with hospital chains and fitness center and also convenience store. So we serve as a linkage between the data of the genomes from the customer and try to help them get the right service for each customer. For example, you can get the customized working plan for you to exercise. And also whenever you go to visit the hospital or visit the doctor, you can get a personalized treatment. And when you go outside, you would like to get a snack or some food, this data will also link to the convenience store. So you can easily get the food that right to your DNA. In the next couple of years, we expect that our business will grow double. Now, I would like to show you more details about what our applications works. So basically, when you get the DNA result, you will either receive the food that we customize for you, or you can go out and order from the partner restaurant. So basically, at the first step, I
think it froze.
Yes.
Okay. So we will just let the time run until Hi, Kumpong, Vilala is still on the line. I think we lost him. So maybe we just wait give him about 3 minutes time to come back.
Okay. Do I still have a little bit of time?
Hi, Vilala. Welcome back.
Okay. Sorry, the internet was down.
All right, you still have
Okay.
450. I mean,
Okay.
judges will ask you now is into Q&A question.
Okay. Let's start Q&A.
Yes, please, judges.
Yeah.
Hi, so I had a quick question actually on what your current traction is or revenue. Are you currently operating already?
Yes, we operating for 4 years.
Okay, and where does the bulk of your revenue come from right now?
Basically, we come from the customer directly and also come from the clinic.
The clinics that sell your genetic tests.
Right.
Okay, so this is mostly for, I guess, for the tests outright, right? As opposed to this app or the platform that you're building.
Right. Because the application right now, we still allow the customer to use this freely. So we expect that once we reach 100,000 customer, we will start charging for the freemium system. For example, if the customer would like to get more detail about the result of their DNA, we will charge on that.
Okay, and how many customers do you have right now?
Right now, we have 5,000.
Okay. So this is cumulative.
Yes.
Okay.
And basically, just to, I saw that you have a lot of channel partners, right? So your main revenue streams, obviously the test is the entry point, but the main revenue streams are still like you said the food plans, but other than that?
Nothing come from the other stream yet. We will charge once we reach 100,000 customer. So basically, all the partner can use our service for free. They can get more customer as a personalized service.
Okay, but then what I'm saying is that when you provide the food, for example, you charge for that, right?
Right. But actually, we form another partner that can do the catering service for us.
Okay, and you just take a margin, basically.
Right.
Got it. So basically, it's completely outsourced. The only thing you're really keeping is the data, yeah?
Right.
But the ability to basically do multi-channel. Okay.
Right.
Okay, understand. Okay.
So can you help me understand different revenue streams? And then, because it sounds like you basically take margins over different partnerships, right? So how does it break down now? And then what is the trajectory in terms of steady state? How do you envision that to be?
Right now, 95% of the revenue stream come from the test kit. Only 5% come from other stream. For example, the service that our partner would like to know more about the details of the DNA, or the customer would like to get more detail and link it to another hospital.
And is that a partnership as well, or do you do that? Do you manage the whole testing process?
A partnership as well.
Okay.
Because to invest the machine right now, it's still unreasonable for our company. Yeah. Any other questions?
In terms of the trajectory, right? So, because you're thinking maybe charging the customers later on. So how would this composition of your revenue tend to over long term?
Okay, so in the future, actually, the next plan that we would like to do is we try to create the largest customer in our system. So we are talking with the government. Can we do this test for free for the newborn baby next year for every newborn? Because the government also can use this data to plan the healthcare system in the country as well. So we will sell this service to the government. So once we have enough customer, we will start charging all those other revenue stream. Yes.
Okay, I think we have no more time yet. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Vilala. So, well, that's all. We conclude all the pitching. We have thanks for all the startups and judges. So now we are going into the judging process. Our team will move the judges to a breakout room. And so thank you. First of all, I have to thank all the startups and our judges for your time. So the next 15 minutes, the judges will decide and in judging, giving out the scores to the startups and select the 2 winners who will be moving to the EWC regional finals. So while waiting, please come back after 15 minutes. Use this time to stretch your leg, get some water, go to the bathroom, and we will be back in 15 minutes. Team, move the judges to the breakout room. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, done already. The judges already in the judging room.
Thank you, Sanjaya. So will you be playing the video?
Yes.
Great.
Just give me a second.
Sure.
Sanjaya. I think I'll go there with you. Adam?
Right.
Yes, I'm here.
I think before we announce the winners, perhaps everyone could turn on your cameras. We just take a group photo together.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll make an announcement later.
Sure. If not, it's afraid people will start dropping off afterwards. I guess all are good startups. I guess regardless of the outcome, we'll definitely welcome you, and it happens annually, so we can definitely, hope to see you again next year. Could I invite the rest to turn on the cameras? We'll just take a group photo together before we proceed with the award ceremony. Right. Okay, I think Virginia is.
Okay.
I'll probably.
Virginia, she needs some time.
Yeah, Virginia. If
everyone ready,
okay,
so I will count 1, 1 to 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Okay, done. Thank you.
How convenient.
All right, over to you, Adam.
All right, we still have 3 minutes. We're waiting for the judges to come back.
I think the judges are all here. We can move on to the next step.
Okay. So we're back on track then. Everybody back? I guess so, yeah. All right. Okay. So finally, we have reached the conclusion, and the judges has already selected 2 startups, and all startups you're doing great today. And thanks, congratulations to all your great presentation today. And we have already reached the final decision. The 2 winners to qualify to our final rounds on Friday. First, profound and thanks, congratulations, and also ACAD Asia. So both of you, congratulations. So these are the 2 winners for the growing economy winners. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, that brings us to end today's competition. So I would like to thank you all, amazing startups and judges, for being today. Being with us today. So if you have time, please join us for the regional finals on Friday, August 6th, from 14 hours to 15:30 Indo-China time. Or you can also either watch via Zoom using the link chat we will be sending out, or maybe the team will share out. Or you can also access to our Facebook page, EWC ASEAN or GoGen Thailand or Gobi Partners, where we can find the links, and then you can see online. So thank you everyone, and see you all on Friday.
Thank you. I'll just drop in to share. So tomorrow, if you're free, we're actually having our growing economy regional category. So we have 5 startups: Novotech, Bounty, Intif Studio, N-Home, and Factorium. and our fellow judges. So if you're free, do drop in for tomorrow's Growing Economy Qualifiers, and then we will have our regional finals on the 6th of August, right? All right.